Hi everyone, it's Donna here from Donna's Vintage Cottage, and I'm here to, I'm going to do some more work in my vintage journal and show you some of what I've done already. But first I just wanted to show you something that I just put in my Etsy shop. I have some digitals in there now. I have 4 different ones and I'm working on some others. The first one is just coffee stained papers. I hope this will show up. I have these printed on cardstock because that's how I use these the most. This one has lined paper. I hope you can see that. This one is coffee stained ledger paper. This one is just regular old coffee stained paper. This one has some patterns on it. There's like a grid down here and kind of a honeycomb pattern at the top. And this one has some, is a little bit lighter and it has some circles on it. And what I use these for, I print them on cardstock because I use these all the time when I'm making tags. If I'm using a page from a book that has like thinner paper, I'll attach it to one of these so that there's writing journaling space on the back. This one is the circles. This one actually is not one of these. I am doing another set with darker papers that have the doily patterns on them. That's going to be one of them. So that's how I use these. I use them all the time for tags. So that's the coffee stained papers. I have 2 different sets of vintage linen, some scans of my collection of vintage linens. This is Vintage Linens number 1. A couple of really pretty trims. These you can fussy cut them out and use them as backgrounds on tags or in collage, any of these. This one's a pretty doily, vintage doily with embroidery. Here are 3 different laces. Here are 3 more different laces, antique laces. And then this one's very dimensional. These were, I believe, collars. It's an easy way to add the look of vintage linens to your projects without adding the bulk that comes along with adding them. So these are very dimensional. They look like they're tactile, but they're flat. So that's Vintage Linens number 1. Vintage Linens number 2 has some antique doilies. I have these printed on 28-pound copy paper that's like photo quality paper. So these you can fussy cut them out and put them in your projects. This is 3 different, actually 4 different collar pieces. Here's another collar and a really pretty, this one's in my personal collection. That one's never going to get used. I love this one so much. It has some color in it. Gorgeous. Some more collars and a doily. And some more collars with very dimensional looking. So that is Vintage Linens number 2. And then the third one that I have listed right now, I call Vintage Linen Backgrounds. These are all different laces. They take up the entire page. And I'm going to show you how I am going to use a couple of these in the journal that I'm working on right now. There's that one, very pretty. There's this one here. There's this one here, very dimensional looking. There's this one with, it's kind of a combination of laces and doilies. And then this one here, it's a lace, an alençon lace. And what I'm gonna use these two in the journals that I'm working on. And what I've done, I've printed on the back side. This one has the lined paper, and this one has the one with the circles on it. And I am just going to use it as pages in the journals that I'm working on. So that way when you print it out, you're not stuck with a white page that you don't know what to do with. You already have something, you know, a jumping off point, some color, even though it's brown, to the page. So there you have it. There's a page, and here are the, let me get these out of the way for now because I'm going to start working on my journal. Here are the two signatures, and probably what I'm going to do, I'm just going to find a place in here. I'm going to show you that in a minute. I think I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to put that one in the first signature. And then this one in the second signature. Probably in the same spot. I may cut that little thin white border off, or I might just ink around it. I'm not sure yet. So there you have it. You've got coffee stain on one side and the pretty lace on the other. So what I've done so far, let me get this out of the way. I have this short little page. It's kind of a barn door, and I put some embroidered lace pocket and a tag inside of it with a little girl, and then this part has a flip out to go in the pocket, and a little fabric cluster, little vintage linen cluster there. So I've done that so far, and I've also done a page that's a pocket with one of the linens that I had picked out. I just took it and I stitched all the way around the page. I made some hang off because I want things sticking out all over the book. And this has a quote on this side and just a little collage here. And I did a zigzag stitch all the way around. I am losing my voice for some reason. I think that's all I've done. And then that I already had done before, the doily on paper. So I want to do a pocket similar to that in the second signature, and I'm probably going to do it on the same page, the music page. And I'm thinking I have one exactly like the one I put in the first signature, but I want to do something different in the second signature. This one, that one's almost too small. I might use it somewhere else as a pocket, or maybe, yeah, I'm going to use it somewhere else as a pocket coming off the side. But for now I want to do one that goes all the way across. I really want to use this one with the frilly lace all the way around. So let's see how this one would do. It's a little bit bigger than the page. I don't know if you can see that. But, I wonder if I have a page that's, because this is the music paper was a little bit smaller. Let me see what else how about this one? Nope, that one's too big too, or too small. Okay, well I guess I'm gonna work with this. Well, I wanted it to hang off. It's gonna hang off. This is really thin fabric. So let me get this out of the way and find my remote. I want to zoom out a little bit. Where did my remote go? I just had it. And I can't even put you on pause because I need my remote for that. What the heck? Okay, well, I guess you're going to stay at that level. I wanted to zoom out a little bit more. Oh, there it is. I had it, whoops, had it buried. So I'm probably going to reinforce it on something. How do I account for the hangover? Well, maybe that'll still be okay. I'm just going to take a piece of cardstock. It's just a craft colored cardstock, which is exactly the width of the linen part of this. So let me see how tall I want. How tall do I want the pocket? Where does the design come to? Well, I'm not going to get much of the design. I'm thinking maybe about right there. So let me cut this down. I'm just putting this on my paper trimmer. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to tack it down lightly with some art glitter glue around the edge so that it'll stay in place while I work with it. Just a little bead of it. This is going to be stitched eventually, but I need to cut it. Okay, I'm putting it right up to the edge. Oh, okay, let me see. This is less, okay, let me start over again because I just realized this is not square. This side is shorter, so maybe that side will fit. Yes, that side will fit. Okay, plan B. I'm still going to do this because I want to tack it down. I'm going to tack it onto the corner there and up the side, then down this way. Now I'm just going to run a little bead up here because this is shorter on this side. Okay. That's going to fit perfectly. Right now I'm going to cut that off. that excess. Nice and close. Okay, I've got that tacked down. And I'm probably just going to fold it over the top. And then I'm probably going to put some lace, other lace along there. So let's see. I'm just going to cut this down a little bit. Oh, I'm cutting this pretty lace. Here we go. I did it. That first cut is always the hardest. Here I go again using my paper scissors for fabric. And my fabric scissors are on the other side of the room, of course, where my sewing machine is. Okay. Get that out of the way. Now, oh, and this way some of the pattern shows. That's great. Alright, so I'm going to tack this down with some fabric tack. Oh, I have to keep looking up because I'm always afraid I'm going to be out of frame. Okay, I didn't exactly cut that all the way over, but that's okay. This is just for reinforcement anyway. Alright. Don't want all that glue on the inside. Okay. So there we have that. I like that. Now, this is going to go on here and get stitched down all the way around so I have a pocket. So I'm going to put this on hold while I go and what do I want to do with that? I'll just cut it off. While I go to my machine and stitch all the way around here. So hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have sewed the lace on to the page with a zigzag stitch all the way around. And there it is. Now, I just realized something. I was going to put some lace along the top, and I was going to sew that, but I have lost that opportunity now. I do still want to put something across the top, but I'm going to have to glue it on now. And if I can stitch on the edges just to reinforce it if I want. So let's see what I've got in my bag of my bin o' laces. That one's kind of pretty on there, although it's quite white. I'd want to, there's not enough contrast, I don't think. I don't want it too long because I want to show the pretty floral pattern on there, and that's too short anyway. What about this one? Which is the right side. I kind of like that one. Okay, that's a contender. I saw something else up here. Where did it go? Got this one here. It's kind of like a crochet. That one would add a decorative edge going up. I kind of like that. It has a little bit of a pattern on the bottom side, and it has a kind of a scallop on the top. Thank goodness, I keep losing my remote. So I kind of like that one. The other one was this one here. I like both of them. Which one do you think? Come on, tell me. Alright, I'm going to go with this one because I like the way there's an edge at the top. So I am, get this out of the way. Get these out of the way. Now, I don't want to make the mistake and glue onto my page, so I'm just putting some wax paper behind it just in case some of the glue goes over. And I'm going to go close to the top because I don't want, when you're putting the tag in there, for it to go between this lace and the pocket. So I'm going to go close to the top. Oops. All the way. See, I'm glad I put the wax paper down there because I've already gone over onto the background. Now I've lost my paper towel. There we go. Alright, and let me get the end really good. Alright. Okay, kind of like that. I'm just going to snip the ends. And those I keep also, those are going to go into like little my snippet rolls or little clusters. So there we have it. Okay. I like it. I love all the frillies coming off the edge. So let's put that back in the journal. Already it's got stuff coming off. Let's see. I want to go back to that one piece that I had that I was thinking about. Nope, it was bigger. Where is it? Where's that one piece? This one. I need something that's going to come off at the top also. How about a dictionary page? If I cut it, right about here, then I can stitch. Oh, the stitch is going to go right through that flower. Well, I can move it up some more, but then I don't have as much hanging off that I want to. Let me see, what else do I have here to hang off the page like that? What about this? Remember this? This was one of those tissue box covers. So I have a logical place to cut it. You can hang off the page. The back isn't very pretty. Let me think of what I can do with that. Maybe I can put some other kind of lace just onto the back of it, the part that hangs off, and cut around. Look at this. Let me look at this. So if I stitch this, what to do? Well, really, no matter what I hang off, that would have looked ugly too. It's got the whole back side of the embroidery. Okay, I'm going to have to give this a little bit more thought. This one would be easier to put something on the back. I could just stitch right along that. So I think I'm going to stick with this one, and then just maybe put some muslin or some lace on the inside of that, just up until where it comes onto the page. I think I'm going to do that. But I don't have what I need to use right here. So, well, that's my plan. I'm going to go back this and then possibly come back for more of this page construction. So that's all for this video. If you're interested in any of my digitals, I'm going to put the link to my Etsy shop down below, so you can check that out. Today is January 31st. It's also the last day of my challenge. You only have until midnight tonight, Eastern Time, to get your entry in if you would like to participate. I'm going to do the drawing tomorrow. But that's all I have for right now. Bye for now.